Welcome in, everybody, to episode 3 of Andrew Makes You Money, the show where my nephew Andrew will walk you through exactly what you need to do to make money this week in college football. Sponsored, as always, by AgriFeed Pet Supply, the only place to find all of your pet supply needs. Located in Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Volunteers that took down Alabama last week.
Yes, sir.
Or online at agrifeedpetsupply.com. We've got a great program for you today. Start us off with our disclaimer, nephew.
Yeah. If you are back watching this episode after last week and think you're making money, making my picks.
Why are you here?
Okay. Yeah, why are you here? Right. There's a lot of other things you could do, but we're glad you're here, right? Last week, maybe not the best week, right? I don't give all the picks that I bet on the show. There's some that I sneak in last minute Saturday morning. So excited, right? But the ones I did give, I had one winner. I think it was like a 17% win rate, which is not making anybody any money. That's not lucrative, right? Again, some of those other picks, some other ones hit, and I had a couple more winners, but it was only like 30% winners, which is still not a lucrative strategy. So again, if you are making all these picks with me, I'm thankful for you. You're an awesome person. But maybe you haven't made a lot of money, right? But we are
last week. The Clemson pick I thought was a good pick. The rest of them I thought were not so good, and so that was the one that hit. And so I'm telling you guys, stay with us today because we have some better picks this week.
Yeah. And one more thing. Last week I said I wasn't going to bet baseball anymore. I kept doing it, and I lost all of them. I mean, I went 0 for 5, right? And I told you the Cardinals
baseball.
Yeah, I told you the Cardinals stat. They were 92-1 in the playoffs with a 2-run lead in the 9th inning. I bet the one time they didn't win. I did the same thing last week, but I did with the Yankees, so I cursed them. They're 167-1 with a 2-run lead in the 9th inning.
Anytime you can curse the Yankees, it's a great day. So keep that up, nephew. Keep it up.
Yep. So done. I'm officially done with baseball. I'm just watching, no more betting. I've learned my lesson. But we are going to try to get some winners on this show.
At least your last bet as a 30-year-old on baseball, because you've got a big day coming up. Tell us what's going on soon. You have a birthday.
Yep, birthday on Sunday. So hopefully I'm happy after winning all the bets, and hopefully Minnesota wins. I'm happy from that. But if I don't win my bets, most of you who watch the show know me. You can send me a text. I'll send you my Venmo. We can replenish the betting stash. So one way or the other, we'll have more money in the betting account at the end of the weekend.
Can I contribute to the Ring for Lauren stash? I don't want to contribute to the betting stash.
Specific. Yeah, you got to have the right subject line on that.
I want to specify. We want Lauren, not more betting. But anyway, all right. A new segment this week for episode 3. We have the Fan of the Week. Tell us about the Fan of the Week, nephew.
Yeah, Tim Rodriguez. He's just a great guy.
Again,
last week, Tim, thank you very much. Last week was tough. I had no winners in the morning. I had a lot of haters in the text messages, a lot of chirping going on, making fun of me for how bad I am at betting. But I had one bright spot. Tim Rodriguez sends me a text, says it's okay. Double down. Clemson's a great bet. Double it. Bet it again. And I did. So again, I didn't have a lot of winners, still a low success rate on the weekend, but doubling that one, at least minimized the amount of loss on the weekend. So that was good. And again, it was his positivity alone that turned that around, right? Probably helped Clemson a lot, just Tim being positive. So we're going to carry that momentum thanks to Tim and in this week and have some winners.
Shout out to Tim. And we also have another shout out to Mr. AgriFeed Pet Supply himself, Britt. He had a pretty big weekend last weekend as well. So talk to us about Britt and from there in Knoxville.
From the gambling perspective, he made quite the splash betting Tennessee money line for his first bet. Bad news is I don't know if he has a better betting experience than that, right? Winning that much money on the bet that he did. And then all the backstory about Tennessee finally beating Alabama. So good for him. He got to send me the text message. I don't think AgriFeed helped build the new goalpost at Neyland Stadium, but I know that Britt was happy about it. So congrats, Britt.
That's awesome. All right, so let's look at some games that you are not betting this weekend, and we can save some people some money by not betting these games because. So let's start with your team, your favorite team, Minnesota at Penn State. Why are you not betting this game?
I have no confidence in the Gophers. Well, quite that simple. I mean, I'm not going to bet on Penn State to cover, even though I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I'm just not going to bet against the Gophers. So I'm going to sit this one out, watch it, hope that I'm happy by the end of the night with them playing a Happy Valley with the whiteout. 100,000 fans, probably going to have a freshman quarterback for the Gophers, Ethan Kaligmanis. I don't see how this goes well. We've been terrible the last 2 games we've had. No Tanner Morgan, not that he's really moving the needle a whole lot, but I think a little bit more stable than a freshman. We shall see. I hope I'm happy, but am I going to be? Probably not.
So tell me, what are the chances if the Gophers are down at halftime? What are the chances they win this game?
Yeah, I know the stats. All of the stats say that they're bad. I get it. 0-30, 0-31 when they trail by 10 at any point in the game. You have to be able to come back from 10 points. You can't be 0-30. Like that's not a mistake. You can't do that.
Fleck he's rowing that boat, but once water gets poured in, he can't get it out the boat. He like stop rowing, get the water out. Like nope. We're gonna just row this thing directly
if you're
into
trailing
the
at halftime,
mud.
you're 2-20. Like that's a joke. You can't do that, right? And as you're saying, like row the boat. I rowed the boat so hard. I have been the biggest rower who didn't play for Fleck. I have been rowing this boat for a lot of years, right? But at the same time, like I'm over it. Like, where's the motor on this boat? There's other ways to do this thing. I know the stats. They don't say we're a good team, but I trick myself all the time thinking we're going to win games. No one around I'm going to. Yeah, all right, I'm out.
All right, so second game that you're not betting involves your second favorite team and my favorite team, the Texas Longhorns. Quinn Ewers visiting Oklahoma State in Stillwater, and quite possibly it's without a doubt the worst stadium in the world. Like the student section like sits on top of the bench for the opposing team. Like they're terrible. Like and they're like pounding those things up against the padding, and it is just an absolutely horrible place to play. T-Ben Pickens, like if he were still alive, should be absolutely ashamed that like they don't have at least 6 feet between like the sideline and the student section. Like it's ridiculous. All right, so go ahead, talk to us about why you're not betting Texas at Oklahoma State, which I wouldn't touch this game either. So go ahead.
So first of all, like we found my trigger point. It's Minnesota being bad at football, and yours is the sideline at Oklahoma State football stadium.
Oh, it's a terrible. Like if you're an Oklahoma State fan, then you love it. But if you're not, like that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
There you go. But yeah, I'm not going to bet this one. I think Texas wins this game. It's a lot of points on the spread. I think it's around a touchdown. Maybe Texas wins a late close one. I'm just going to bet this one. Hopefully have fun. Again, I think Texas wins it. I just don't necessarily love the spread. So I'm just going to hopefully watch Texas win. Big 12 is intriguing, right? If Texas wins this game, they're very much alive for the Big 10 or Big 12 championship. There's a lot of good teams in that league though. So it's an important one for Texas to win. We'll see how it goes.
I really think somebody's going to the Big 12 championship game with 2 losses. I don't see anybody running the table, and I think everybody probably just. I mean, like there's so many good coaches in the Big 12. I think that you're just going to lose games because everybody's about the same good. Like there's nobody that's just incredible.
Yeah. Not yet.
And Spencer Sanders has kind of been hurt a little bit. You know, if he wasn't kind of dinged up, they probably beat TCU. But anyway, all that to say, Texas, Oklahoma State, just don't bet that game, y'all.
Have fun rooting for Texas.
Yeah. And watch the game and watch those students like literally sitting on the sideline with the Texas players. Anyway, they're standing there. All right. This week, we are bringing back for the second week in a row, absolutely the best segment of the show, which is the Bless Your Heart segment with Kyla Carter. It is the highlight of the program, and it already, after one episode, has a sponsor. So that's pretty amazing. Sponsored by Strategic Coaching. Are you a college student looking to finish the semester well? Is your life kind of just not going the way you want it to go? Specializing in life and ADHD coaching, Strategic Connections Coaching can guide you to success. Find them online at strategicconnectionsadhd.com. Kyla, go ahead and give us your bless their heart of the week.
Hello, everyone. This week's segment of Bless Your Heart is an open letter to my dear cousin Andrew. Dear cousin Andrew, how have you been? Good? That's good. I just want to make sure you realize that your show is called Andrew Makes You Money, because there's not really a lot of that happening right now. Like, if your show was called Andrew Goes On About College Bets and then proceeds to not make you money, then you would be on the right track. But unfortunately, that is not the premise of your show. And you can't just say stuff on the internet these days. Like, you are gonna piss off some very important, very dangerous people if you keep going at it like this. Like, have you seen the BTS army? Like, oh my god, if you breathe wrong in their direction, they will come for you. Your full legal name and address will be dropped in the bottom of some vitriolic Twitter thread. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The BTS army is great. Don't come for me, please. I have a family. Anyway, my point is just be careful what you promise strangers on the internet. And if you end up with a horse head in your bed, like a scene out of The Godfather, I won't say I told you so.
Kyla, thanks again for that. I
Thanks.
always love your perspective, Kyla. You have a unique perspective on things. All right. Games you are betting, nephew. Let's get to those, and let's start with your unders. There are two unders that you like this week. I like both of these because it's an under and it's the Big Ten, and let's just face it, they don't score points up there. So let's start with Indiana Rutgers 48.5, going with the under.
Yeah, name one player who plays on either one of these teams.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got nothing. I know the quarterback who used to be in Indiana. He's not there anymore. We'll touch on him a little bit. I don't know. Big Ten under. I don't think either one of these teams are very good. Decent defenses. So Big Ten under. Let's go.
All right. Northwestern at Maryland, 51.5.
Yeah, there's a little bit more logic to this one than the other one. This one, last week we said a team wasn't going to score, and they put up a lot of points. I don't think Northwestern has that in them. I think they're going to be the team that doesn't contribute a ton to the total. And then Maryland, they got the QB injury with Taula Tagovailoa. It sounds like he's going to be out. Even if he's not, I think that means that they're going to run the ball a little bit more, either trying to protect him in the game or with a backup quarterback. I know backup in college is a little different, but less experienced quarterback. So I think they run the ball. I don't think Northwestern contributes, so we'll go another Big Ten under.
Awesome. All right, now let's look at your underdogs, which these three I think are your best picks. Yeah, these are your best picks of the week. And so, folks, y'all need to pay attention right here. We're at underdogs. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, plus 1.5 at like LSU. Like, how in the world did they get points?
Yeah, this feels like, I don't know if anybody remembers, but Tennessee had points at LSU a couple of weeks ago, and that didn't go super well for LSU. I think this is another situation where you have a better team who's playing a worse team, even though the worst team is at home, so they get some points. I think Ole Miss is a lot better than LSU, so I'll take the extra points that we're getting to Ole Miss.
I agree with that one. Purdue plus 2.5 at Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is another one where like there's a better team getting extra points. I get part of it's because they're on the road. I understand. I think another part of it too is like Purdue just doesn't get any love from media.
Right. Right. Wisconsin sucks, man. They're terrible.
You said it, not me, but I'll say it again. Yeah, Wisconsin sucks. It's a down year for Wisconsin. I know they had a good game against Northwestern and they were excited about it last week. Maybe not as good. Back to reality a little bit. So again, I think Purdue's better than Wisconsin. This is a year where Wisconsin and Iowa and Minnesota are down. So that gives a team like Illinois and Purdue a chance. So I like that Purdue's got a couple extra points, but I think they can win this game.
Absolutely. All right. The last underdog, I don't understand this one either. The Fighting Chip Kellys of UCLA, plus 6.5 at Nike University of Oregon. Like, explain this line to me. I don't know what's going on here.
I mean, Oregon's a good team too. First year with a coach and
Bo Nix. Are you serious?
Yeah, they're going with Bo Nix. Yeah. He had a rough first week. He's been okay since then, had some good spots, but he's Bo Nix and he has a lot of bad spots too, right?
Yes.
Last week we took Clemson largely because of Dabo Swinney, who I don't really care for, right? I don't hate Chip Kelly as much as I hate Dabo Swinney, but I'm not like a Chip Kelly fan by any stretch of the imagination. But is he a good football coach? Yeah, he's one of the best.
Great. I don't like the guy at all, but he's great.
He's one of the coaches who literally changed the way college football is played. So I know it's a little different at UCLA now. Some of the ways I've been caught up to. But I think Chip Kelly's a good coach. He's getting extra points. UCLA is very good this year. So we'll take the extra points we're getting for UCLA.
All right, now let's look at the last two games here. We've got favorites that you're going to go with. You've got West Virginia going into Lubbock to play the Fighting Coach McGuire's of Texas Tech University. Coach McGuire is just doing an incredible job down there or up there or over there in Lubbock, depending on where you are. Out in the middle of nowhere of West Texas. So talk to us about Texas Tech.
Yeah, I got two notes on this one. One, I keep betting against West Virginia, and it keeps not working. But at some point, I think it might hit, right? Let's go with that.
This week it's hitting.
This is the week.
Red Raiders.
I don't pay attention to Texas Tech, but the last time I saw anything from Texas Tech, the coach is yelling in the locker room about how the Big 12 goes through Lubbock. I don't think that's true, but maybe the players do, and they put a whooping on West Virginia this week.
Yeah, they beat my Longhorns. So anyway, let's go Red Raiders this week. All right, and the last one, Washington minus 7.5 at California in a conference that, like, let's just say, unless you're USC, UCLA, and I guess Oregon, you don't really exist. Like, these games, do they really play these games? I don't know.
Two of those teams are Big Ten, so my future Big Ten rivals.
There you go.
But for now, this game is a Pac-12 after dark. I think Washington's pretty good. I think Cal is not. Do I watch these teams play a whole lot? No, but when you bet, sometimes you got to bet games you're not watching so you can make some money. Michael Penix Jr., I think he's a good quarterback, so I think Washington's got in it this week against a not very good Cal team.
Nice. Not going to advocate any money on this game right here, nephew, but I do want to throw this in. This week, Stephenville, defending 4A Division I champions in the state of Texas, undefeated, heading to China Spring. Stephenville ranked number 1. China Spring ranked number 2. Defending state champion in 4A Division II, moved up a division. So you've got 2 state champions playing this week, Friday night in China Spring, 7:30. The Dave Campbell's Texas football game of the week. This is a big game. Nephew, Ryder Lambert returns for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets last week to play a little bit, and this week he is back for real. Stephenville have a chance to win in China Spring. What do you think, nephew?
So I think that betting on games that 18 to 22-year-olds is playing can be a little dicey. I'm going to super stay away with that from the whole 14 to 18 crowd. I used to coach that age group. I'm just not going to bet that. I'm going to let you hopefully enjoy Stephenville, but I think I'm going to sit out betting it.
Yeah, don't bet this game, but let's go Jackets. Let's go Jackets.
There you go.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here for episode 3 of Andrew Makes You Money. Hopefully, if you're betting those underdogs, you're going to be making some money this week. This is all for entertainment purposes. Let me just say this. This is all just for entertainment. Please don't, think that any of this is serious or that we are truly trying to give you gambling.
I am not an expert. I am an expert.
All right, so thanks for being here, everybody. I hope that you enjoy your college football weekend. Go Horns, go Gophers, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep, thank you.